Hello folks, Casey here and welcome back to the channel. When the good folks at Bestarc reached out to me and asked if I wanted to review their 9th generation 145 amp dual voltage MIG welder, I said sure, send me one. I'd love to check it out. In the past, I have reviewed a few of these small Amazon MIG welders and I wasn't really that impressed. But Bestarc had previously sent me their 50 amp plasma cutter and I really thought that machine was cool. All right, here goes. All right, that was my own fault. It was a stutter at the start, but that's a pretty nice clean cut. Fair amount of slag, but that's probably more to do with my speed than the machine itself. I'll put a link up here in the corner to that review video there, but it was a really good plasma cutter, and so I was curious to try out their MIG machine and actually give it a fair shake. Truth be told, I really love my Lincoln WeldPack 180. It's a 180 amp, 220 volt machine. This thing is like 5 times the price of the Bestarc welder. It's got a big, heavy chassis, and it definitely has its drawbacks. This little welder is impressive, and there are a few things that I really like about it. So much so that if I were starting over today, I would definitely have to consider it, because the money you save buying something like this little Bestarc machine, as opposed to something like the Lincoln unit over there, or even a more expensive unit, could go pretty far towards getting some other shop supplies if you're just starting out. I don't think there's any replacement for a machine like that Lincoln, but the Bestarc is pretty darn impressive. So without further ado, let's get into the review and you guys can check it out. And, you know, I'll just kind of present it fairly, show you what I found as I was checking it out, and let you make up your own minds. I will absolutely put an Amazon Associates link in the description of this video. So if you do buy one, if you could do me a favor and use my link at checkout, I'll make like 3% on the thing. Be a big help. I'll tell you what, man, teaching auto shop and making YouTube videos is, I'm not rolling in the dough like some of you might think, but every little bit does help. And when you guys click those Amazon Associate links, it actually does go directly into my bank account, and I super appreciate that. So without further ado, let's get into the review.
Okay, right off the bat with these Bestarc machines, the packaging is impeccable. I mean, this thing had a pretty rough ride from Amazon. It's beat up, but the outer plastic, well, it helps protect the box. And the box, it's well taped. It's made from very sturdy cardboard. And look at all this foam packaging. I mean, this thing can't move inside the box with all of this packing material. Let's get into this thing and see what kind of goodies we get along with this welder. Looks like we have some flux core wire. And here's some ER70S solid core MIG wire. Nice that they give you 2 spools so you can run the machine both ways. As always, Bestarc has very detailed instructions. Safety. And it looks like this book covers multiple generations of this machine. All right, we've got our stick welding lead. And we've got a nice ground clamp. Got a 220 to 110 conversion plug. This appears to be a carrying strap, shoulder strap. Pretty cool. Got a nice little rubber pad as well. All right, got a spare spool for wire feeding, tips, and some Teflon. And a wrench for the tips. And a gas line. It's nice that they include a gas line. A lot of MIG welders don't. All right, let's take a closer look at the machine itself. One thing that I like about Bestarc's multi-voltage machines is that the default plug is 220. I always have an uneasy feeling when the default plug is 110 and then you use a 110 to 220 adapter. The MIG torch nozzle is a pull-off type. It's like the tips themselves are very easily changeable. Nice looking liner. I do like that the nozzle is a push-on as opposed to a thread-on. A little bit easier to deal with. Nice trigger. All right, this little lead is cool. It allows you to very easily change the polarity of the machine instead of having to go inside the machine to do it. Nice push button LED display. Let's get under the hood here. Okay, here's our wire feed. This seems like a pretty stout setup. The spool mount seems sturdy. I like the underhood wire feed push button. Bestarc has a pretty complete chart with settings for different material thicknesses and a spare parts arrangement. Nice, simple, compact chassis. I'm pretty impressed so far. Here's our power switch and our gas in port. Pretty cool. Let's test it out.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and load up a spool of this included ER70S6 solid core MIG wire, size 0.8 millimeter or 030. It's pretty simple. So the first thing we're going to do here, before we even start on the chassis, is we're going to remove the nozzle from the torch. Nozzle just comes off like that. We're going to remove the tip.
Hey, I figured this might be a good place to interject this little tidbit. This machine appears to use the same tips as my Lincoln weld pack, so that's pretty cool. They thread right in, they look to be roughly the same size. I don't see any reason that the Lincoln weld pack tips wouldn't work. So you don't have to worry about being able to not find consumables for this welder.
From the gun. Just makes the wire a little bit easier to load if you do it that way. We're gonna go ahead and back off our wing nut, remove our washer, our tensioning spring, and our spool spacer. Please note that this side of the spool spacer goes up and this side of the spool spacer goes down, up, down, very important. We go ahead and drop our spool on so that the wire is feeding off this way, okay? Go ahead and assemble these components in the reverse order. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to crank down our tensioning spring until it's fairly tight. We're going to start there. We will end up backing this off, but right now we just don't want the spool to unspool. So remove our little tensioner here, slide our drive adapter out of the way, and remove our cap. You want to make sure that your grooved drive feed adapter is at the right setting, 0.8 millimeter for 0.8 millimeter wire. It's dual-sided, so you flip it over, it's 1.0 for 035 or 1.0 wire, but we're gonna use 0.8 solid core. So we drop that adapter in place. We go ahead and we start our wire off the spool. You need to have a pair of side cutters handy to cut off the excess. We're gonna go ahead and feed this wire into our liner. You gotta drop your lock back in place first, then feed your wire through. Then we're gonna close our tensioner system. And now we can back off our tension spring just a little bit. We just want it tight enough so that the spool doesn't unravel. Once we're done with that, get our gun up here and we can press our wire feed button to start feeding wire through the liner of the MIG torch. MIG gun, whatever you want to call it. All right. There we go. Once we get the wire through, we can thread our tip back on. Place our nozzle, like so. And then I like to test my tension of my wire feed by just pinching the wire with 2 fingers. You're not trying to like hold it in place, but you just want to pinch it and make sure that the wire still feeds out. At that point, we can cut off our excess wire, and this thing is loaded up and ready to rock.
All right, here's a nice shot of the LED readout on this machine. Starting at the top, you can see we're at 220 volts. This is voltage sensing, sets it automatically. 90 amps, and we're in synergistic mode, which sets voltage and amperage based on, just the amperage setting. So it automatically sets your voltage where you want it. 2T mode versus 4T mode. 2T is press the trigger to start the arc, release the trigger to stop it. 4T is press the trigger and release it to start the arc. Then press the trigger and release it again to stop the arc. 2-touch versus 4-touch. We do need to set our gas versus gasless here. We are set up on MIG, but it's very easy to switch to the other settings. And we're set at 030 wire down here. Looks like it's sensing that automatically. So let's go ahead and crank it up to about 90 amps because that's what we want for 1/8 inch. And it automatically sets it to 18.5 volts. So we're ready to start welding.
All right, so here I have some scrap laid up. I've been playing around with this thing a little bit. The settings it seems to like are a little bit higher than what I'm seeing on the machine itself, but that's okay. I'm coming in here, I've got about 3/16 thick, going to 12 gauge. So I'm giving myself a little bit of a challenge. I'm gonna try to throw some tacks in and then run a little bit of a bead, see how it ends up looking. Messed up a little bit on the start there. I think overall it lays down a pretty nice looking bead. Definitely got some backside penetration on the 12 gauge. Probably could have stayed a little bit longer on the 3/16. But 3/16 is awfully thick for a 145 amp machine. Decent amount of spatter, but not a horrible weld. So all in all, pretty great little machine, especially when you factor in the low price tag and the portability, lightweight and small chassis design. It's pretty cool. Plus you've got innovations like the feed mechanism, super easy to use, super easy to load. I love having a separate wire feed button without having to pull the trigger on the torch. I can't tell you how many times I've been feeding wire and then got distracted, and then the next thing you know, the wire like hits your welding table and the whole thing shorts out and you've got a big strand of molten welding wire dangling in your shop. Nice, easy way to feed wire without energizing the wire. I also love how easy it is to switch from positive to negative ground polarity. So you can go back and forth between solid core MIG and flux core MIG with ease. And I'd really love to get my hands on one of Bestarc's TIG torches and try out that function of this machine. Anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this cool little machine. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you're going to buy one of these, please click my Amazon Associates link so I can make 3%. That would go a long way towards helping me grow this channel. Thank you so much for watching. As always, more projects are coming back, more tool reviews, more good content that hopefully you all enjoy. Thank you so much for the support. It really means the world to me, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, thanks. I'll put a link up here in the corner to, is that the right corner?